All right, welcome back, Enigmatic Travels. We're going to talk about Alaskan cruise on the NCL Bliss as a solo traveler. Now, before you even think it, solo does not mean single. It doesn't mean that. And solo doesn't necessarily mean that people have come on the boat simply by themselves. Some folks consider themselves a solo traveler if they're traveling with other individuals that are not necessarily in their age group. So say for instance, I've come across folks that designate themselves as solo travelers because they're traveling with their adult kids and their grandkids, and they feel like I don't want to do the same things that they want to do. So I'm kind of by myself. I'm solo. So solo can mean different things for different people, but I'm going to talk specifically about you are solo. You came on this boat by yourself. When you get off the boat, you're, I guess, hopefully going to leave by yourself. Hey, you never know what you're going to find on a cruise. But if you came on this boat by yourself, right, there are a few things that you're going to want to consider. One is they have so many benefits before you even get on the boat, right? As a solo traveler, if you're thinking, oh, I don't want to go on a cruise by myself, I don't know if I'm going to have fun time. I am an extrovert. I love being around people. I love just being in a group. That's my thing, right? And so if you're thinking, oh, well, what am I going to do if it's just me and I don't have any friends around? There are so many things that they have to do for solo travelers. There's a meetup every single day. Of course, you don't have to go. It's not mandatory or anything like that. But it's an opportunity to meet other travelers. And in those meetings, there's different activities. They even gave away prizes every day. And also, they really want to make sure that you don't feel alone. And that's the other thing. Solo doesn't necessarily mean you're alone or you want to be a loner. It just means, hey, in my situation, I don't have a job right now, which you all know. I'm one of 75,000, right? Your tax dollars at work paying me a salary to do nothing from now to September. So what can I do? Hey, I got time, I got money. Let's go on a trip. I've got friends who have jobs and they can't quite do that. So that doesn't stop me from being able to travel. So you're going to want to consider, yeah, maybe I can't do this solo thing. And there are other people who are maybe not in the same boat, but they decided to take that trip by themselves as well. And you link up with them. There are so many cool people that I've met along this way. Some my age, some not my age. Most of them didn't look like me. It's Alaska. They definitely didn't look like me, but that didn't stop me from having an amazing time and making some cool connections and really learning from different people, different backgrounds. And so as long as you're open, trust me, you're going to have an amazing time. The other thing to consider is that Norwegian, again, this is not a paid promotion, but Norwegian, and you can take this to the bank and cash it, is the best in the cruise world right now in terms of solo cruiser rates. So if you go to any other cruise line, you're going to have to pay double occupancy, right? Because they want 2 people in that room, at least 2 people in that room. Norwegian's not that way. You're not going to pay that double occupancy rate. You're going to pay a solo rate. So if you go to NorwegianNCL.com and you type in, I want to go to Alaska and it's only me, I'm solo. They have solo studio rooms, which is cool. That's on the 11th floor on the Bliss. It's interior rooms. There's a solo lounge, but keep in mind, it is a little small. It's smaller than the solo inside rooms. That's different. That's outside of the solo lounge, solo studio area. But even if you get a solo inside room, you still have access to the lounge. The lounge is strictly for solo travelers, right? And then in that lounge, you'll have fruits and drinks and snacks, and even during our meetups, a bartender was there. If you wanted to get a drink, they would go and get a drink for you. So it was really cool. It was a nice way for us to gather and just have like our own little group, right? Because at that point, we're no longer solo. We're as a group, which is great. And especially if you're a person who likes to do things as a group and meet up and link up with people. And the fact that they cater to the solo travelers while you're on the cruise. We had solo host that was specifically dedicated to the solo travelers, who kept us informed about everything that was going on, held the meetings each week, and that was kind of pretty cool. It gave kind of the Haven feels for the solo folks, right? If you've ever been in the Haven, you know you have a dedicated butler and concierge and all that good stuff. But to have a host, a person that you can go to, you're going to see them around the ship and say, hey, when are we supposed to be meeting up? What are we doing at the next meeting? Is there an activity? They're your contact, and they will make sure that you're staying informed. And they're going to also, every single night, they're going to schedule dinner. You don't have to go to the dinner, but if you don't want to eat alone, it's an opportunity for you to always eat your dinner with someone. And like I said in my previous video, if you're thinking about doing an excursion, one of my excursions got canceled. And it got canceled, I found out as soon as I got on the boat. And once I got to my room and I saw, oh, the excursion is canceled, I asked someone in the solo meetup. Now, everyone's not like that, right? I'm very social, so that might not be your cup of tea. But I said to someone, hey, my excursion got canceled. What are you doing on this day? And they said, oh, I'm doing Waking Up with Wells. I said, ooh, I don't know if I want to do all that waking up early. Oh, that's not for me. But hey, I'd rather do an excursion with someone than pick something else that could possibly get canceled, or I don't know anyone on it. So what did I do? I booked that excursion and it saved my trip. Oh my God, it was so amazing. I'm so happy that she suggested that I go on the excursion, and I had company. So that was amazing. That was great. And we spent a lot of time on the cruise together, having different meals, lining up our schedules. So that's why I said in at the excursion video, if you're not sure about something, hold off and wait till you get on the boat. You never know. You might find someone who wants to do something similar or wants to do something the total opposite, right? You never know. But be open to it, and give yourself an opportunity to make friends if that's something that you're interested in doing, or not make friends. And be able to maybe win some raffles. There were little raffles that they did. Just do some activities, have something to do during the day. Either way, you're gonna have an amazing time as a solo traveler. I think in my whole trip, 7 days, I may have done maybe 5 things literally by myself. And sometimes it wasn't because there was no one to do them with. It was just, I'm okay with just being by myself. I want to grab something quick to eat. I don't necessarily need to go as a group. But there's always opportunities to spend time with other people. And so be open to that. And don't feel like I'm going to be alone. Because trust me, on a Norwegian cruise as a solo traveler who got a great rate on their room because they didn't have to pay double occupancy, there are things to do, people to spend time with, and they actually want to spend time with you. They're actually looking forward to having other solo cruisers hang with them. So don't be afraid. Go ahead. Hit that button, pull out that credit card, and book that solo cruise. You're going to have an amazing time. Trust me, I did.